Kindly like, subscribe and comment to get daily updates. Rajiv Sin, designated person, acquired 4.92 thousand shares of AAVAS Financiers worth 16.14 lakh rupees via ESTER. Surendra Kumar Sehag, designated person, acquired 5.00 thousand shares of AAVAS Financiers worth 16.40 lakh rupees via ESTER. Ayush M. Agrawal Trustee Ayush Agrawal Trust, promoter, pledged 15.00 thousand shares of Ajanta Pharma worth 2.23 crore rupees via creation of pledged. ASHIKA Commodities and Derivatives Pvt Ltd, promoter group, acquired 57.56 thousand shares of ASHIKA Credit Capital worth 12.02 lakh rupees via market purchase. Arvind Tungari revised, designated person, pledged 1,000 shares of O Small Finance Bank worth 7.10 lakh rupees via creation of pledged. Arvind Tungari revised, designated person, acquired 1,000 shares of O Small Finance Bank worth 7.10 lakh rupees via ESTER. Ashok Khandelwal revised, designated person, pledged 6.00 thousand shares of O Small Finance Bank worth 42.60 lakh rupees via creation of pledged. Ashok Khandelwal revised, designated person, acquired 6.00 thousand shares of O Small Finance Bank worth 42.60 lakh rupees via ESTER. Nitin Gupta revised, designated person, acquired 2.10 thousand shares of O Small Finance Bank worth 14.91 lakh rupees via ESTER. Praveen Bhatt, other, disposed 2.50 thousand shares of Axis Bank worth 11.20 lakh rupees via a market sale. Amit Saran, promoter, acquired 15.01 lakh shares of Anant Raj worth 5.10 crore rupees via scheme of amalgamation, merger, demerger arrangement. Anil Saran, promoter, acquired 3.85 crore shares of Anant Raj worth 130.74 crore rupees via scheme of amalgamation, merger, demerger arrangement. Anil Saran Huff, promoter, acquired 7.51 lakh shares of Anant Raj worth 2.55 crore rupees via scheme of amalgamation, merger, demerger arrangement. Ashok Saran, promoter, acquired 3.82 crore shares of Anant Raj worth 129.59 crore rupees via scheme of amalgamation, merger, demerger arrangement. Ashok Saran Huff, promoter, acquired 7.51 lakh shares of Anant Raj worth 2.55 crore rupees via scheme of amalgamation, merger, demerger arrangement. Rajkumari Huff, promoter, acquired 7.51 lakh shares of Anant Raj worth 2.55 crore rupees via scheme of amalgamation, merger, demerger arrangement. Rama Saran, promoter, acquired 1.20 crore shares of Anant Raj worth 40.90 crore rupees via scheme of amalgamation, merger, demerger arrangement. Sharda Saran, promoter, acquired 1.35 crore shares of Anant Raj worth 46 crore rupees via scheme of amalgamation, merger, demerger arrangement. Mr. Kaushik Sarkar, designated person, disposed 4.00 thousand shares of Burger Paints India worth 22.20 lakh rupees via a market sale. Hero Holdings and Leasing Private, promoter group, acquired 28.80 thousand shares of Bombay Dyeing and MFGCO worth 19.96 lakh rupees via market purchase. Jair Mavis Settlement No. 2, promoter group, disposed 28.80 thousand shares of Bombay Dyeing and MFGCO worth 19.96 lakh rupees via a market sale. Kapil Anand, designated person, disposed 7.00 thousand shares of COSMO Films worth 27.76 lakh rupees via ESTER. Movi Promoter Group acquired 21.60 lakh shares of ESTER Industries worth 14.02 crore rupees via off-market. Wilhelmina Finance Corp. Promoter acquired 14.40 lakh shares of ESTER Industries worth 9.35 crore rupees via off-market. Anmol Rashesh Binsali Promoter Group acquired 12.68 thousand shares of GOLDIAM International worth 14.58 lakh rupees via market purchase. Joseph Matthew Designated Person disposed 5.00 thousand shares of Housing Development Finance Corp. worth 93.29 lakh rupees via a market sale. KAMAKHAYA Prashad Agarwal Designated Person disposed 3.40 thousand shares of Housing Development Finance Corp. worth 64.12 lakh rupees via a market sale. Nair Manoj Other pledged 90.41 thousand shares of Housing Development Finance Corp. worth 16.52 crore rupees via creation of pledged. Sadhana Rajiv Designated Person acquired 250 shares of Housing Development Finance Corp. worth 2.54 lakh rupees via ESOP. Sadhana Rajiv Designated Person disposed 10.00 thousand shares of Housing Development Finance Corp. worth 1.87 crore rupees via a market sale. Gunjan Tiwari Employee disposed 7.01 thousand shares of ICICI Bank worth 28.20 lakh rupees via a market sale. Vandana Jogani Employee disposed 3.00 thousand shares of ICICI Bank worth 11.73 lakh rupees via a market sale. Burugapalli Madhu Connected Person acquired 8.00 thousand shares of ICICI Prudential Life Insurance Company worth 30.32 lakh rupees via ESOS. Prem Joseph Pereira Designated Person disposed 1.60 thousand shares of INFOSYS worth 15.07 lakh rupees via a market sale. Map Auto Promoter acquired 64.87 thousand shares of JAMNA Auto Industries worth 25.78 lakh rupees via market purchase. Danta Enterprises Private Limited Promoter Group revoked 12.60 lakh shares of JINDAL Steel and Power worth 25.86 crore rupees via pledged released. Glebe Trading Private Limited Promoter Group revoked 1.40 lakh shares of JINDAL Steel and Power worth 2.87 crore rupees via pledged released. Farooq Bhai Ghulam Bhai Patel Promoter and Director acquired 16.00 thousand shares of K.P.I Global Infrastructure worth 10.02 lakh rupees via market purchase. Ankit Pravinkumar Patel Promoter and Director acquired 4.65 thousand shares of K.Z.LEASING in Finance worth 42.23 thousand rupees via market purchase. Ambudchandna Employee disposed 5.00 thousand shares of Kotak Mahindra Bank worth 74.75 lakh rupees via a market sale. B.S. Shivakumar Employee disposed 786 shares of Kotak Mahindra Bank worth 11.20 lakh rupees via a market sale. Nakiranar Designated Person disposed 2.40 thousand shares of LARSEN and TOUBRO worth 20.88 lakh rupees via a market sale. P. Ramakrishnan Designated Person disposed 10.00 thousand shares of LARSEN and TOUBRO worth 1.01 crore rupees via a market sale. Rama Surya Devara Promoter Group disposed 6.00 thousand shares of Laurus Labs worth 69.14 lakh rupees via a market sale. Ramakrishna BV Designated Person disposed 3.50 thousand shares of Laurus Labs worth 41.54 lakh rupees via a market sale. Sita Ramaya Chagarlamudi designated person, acquired 1,000 shares of Laurus Labs worth 11.50 lakh rupees via market purchase. Dharampal Jindal, promoter, acquired 50.60 thousand shares of Maharashtra Seamless worth 1.16 crore rupees via market purchase. Dharampal Jindal and Sons Huff, promoter group, acquired 24.70 thousand shares of Maharashtra Seamless worth 56.66 lakh rupees via market purchase. Savita Jindal, promoter group, acquired 2.85 thousand shares of Maharashtra Seamless worth 6.56 lakh rupees via market purchase. Sushmita Bagchi, promoter group, disposed 24.77 thousand shares of MINDTREE worth 2.99 crore rupees via a market sale. Kayak Investments Holding Private, promoter, acquired 4.52 crore shares of Max Healthcare Institute worth 361.35 crore rupees via INFOSYS transfer. Max Ventures Investment Holdings Pvt. promoter, pledged 58.61 lakh shares of Max Healthcare Institute worth 65.22 crore rupees via creation of pledged. Max Ventures Investment Holdings Pvt. promoter, disposed 4.52 crore shares of Max Healthcare Institute worth 361.35 crore rupees via off-market. Max Ventures Investment Holdings Pvt. promoter, revoked 4.77 crore shares of Max Healthcare Institute worth 508.63 crore rupees via pledged released. P.S. Raju, promoter group, acquired 4.80 thousand shares of NCL Industries worth 5.04 lakh rupees via market purchase. Amit Soni, designated person, acquired 2.92 thousand shares of PIRAMAL Enterprises worth 38.87 lakh rupees via ESOP. Amit Soni, designated person, disposed 2.92 thousand shares of PIRAMAL Enterprises worth 38.87 lakh rupees via ESOP. Piramal Welfare Trust, promoter group, disposed 2.92 thousand shares of Piramal Enterprises worth 38.87 lakh rupees via ESOP. Janavi Patel, promoter and director, acquired 878 shares of RADHE Developers India, worth 9.83 thousand rupees via market purchase. Apurva Mehta, designated person, disposed 3.00 thousand shares of RBL Bank worth 5.71 lakh rupees via a market sale. Apurva Mehta, designated person, revoked 3.00 thousand shares of RBL Bank worth 5.71 lakh rupees via revocation of pledged. Mohammad Shaukat, designated person, disposed 28.34 thousand shares of RBL Bank worth 54.98 lakh rupees via a market sale. Ganpat Arjan, promoter group, acquired 0 shares of RRIL worth 0 rupees via market purchase. Harish Arjan, promoter group, acquired 0 shares of RRIL worth 0 rupees via market purchase. K.R. Kumar Industries promoter group, acquired 0 shares of RRIL worth 0 rupees via market purchase. Kiran Arjan, promoter group, acquired 1.52 lakh shares of RRIL worth 2.47 lakh rupees via market purchase. Leena K. Jain, promoter group, acquired 0 shares of RRIL worth 0 rupees via market purchase. Priya Ganpat Jain, promoter group, acquired 0 shares of RRIL worth 0 rupees via market purchase. Ratan Chandi Jain, promoter and director, acquired 5.40 lakh shares of RRIL worth 9.74 lakh rupees via market purchase. Rekha H. Jain, promoter group, acquired 0 shares of RRIL worth 0 rupees via market purchase. Suraj Devi Arjan, promoter group, acquired 0 shares of RRIL worth 0 rupees via market purchase. Naresh Kumar Bansal, promoter and director, acquired 45.40 thousand shares of Rama Steel Tubes worth 15.82 lakh rupees via market purchase. Satish Kumar Kesha, promoter, acquired 7.96 thousand shares of Sacheta Metals worth 1.16 lakh rupees via market purchase. Rajat Lal, promoter, acquired 1.43 thousand shares of Sir Shadi Lal Enterprises worth 56.67 thousand rupees via market purchase. SKM Shri Shiv Kumar, promoter and director, acquired 5.00 thousand shares of SKM Egg Products Export India worth 2.37 lakh rupees via market purchase. Ravi PNC Menon, promoter group, acquired 3.13 thousand shares of Shobha worth 7.95 lakh rupees via market purchase. Arun Kumar Pillai, promoter, acquired 15.00 lakh shares of Solara Active Pharma Sciences worth 60 crore rupees via conversion of security. Karuna Business Solutions LLP, promoter group, acquired 14.00 lakh shares of Solara Active Pharma Sciences worth 56 crore rupees via conversion of security. SRJR Enterprise LLP, promoter group, acquired 17.00 lakh shares of Solara Active Pharma Sciences worth 68 crore rupees via conversion of security. Kamakhya Chamaria, promoter group, disposed 25.00 lakh shares of Star Cement worth 0 rupees via gift. Komal Chamaria, promoter group, acquired 10.00 lakh shares of Star Cement worth 0 rupees via gift. Sneha Chamaria, promoter group, acquired 5.00 lakh shares of Star Cement worth 0 rupees via gift. Snigdha Chamaria, promoter group, acquired 10.00 lakh shares of Star Cement worth 0 rupees via gift. Astha Trust, promoter, acquired 20.50 thousand shares of Starteck Finance worth 10.08 lakh rupees via market purchase. Dhananjay Patankar, designated person, disposed 7.23 thousand shares of Syngene International worth 34.78 lakh rupees via a market sale. Arindam Chakravarti, designated person, disposed 2.20 thousand shares of TCNS Clothing Co. worth 8.90 lakh rupees via a market sale. BRAJESHKANNA, promoter group, acquired 5.12 thousand shares of Thinga Mile Jewellery worth 20.81 lakh rupees via market purchase. BALASUBBUPRASANNAN, promoter group, acquired 4.65 thousand shares of Thinga Mile Jewellery worth 18.95 lakh rupees via market purchase. Narayanan BALASUBBU Arun, promoter group, acquired 4.96 thousand shares of Thinga Mile Jewellery worth 19.92 lakh rupees via market purchase. Ilaben Kapadia, promoter, disposed 1.84 lakh shares of Titanium 10 Enterprise worth 9.32 lakh rupees via a market sale. Rohit Kumar Kapadia, promoter, disposed 1.68 lakh shares of Titanium 10 Enterprise worth 8.42 lakh rupees via a market sale. Tejas Kumar Kapadia, promoter group, disposed 48.00 thousand shares of Titanium 10 Enterprise worth 2.35 lakh rupees via a market sale. Jayalakshmi Venkataraman, promoter, disposed 12.72 thousand shares of Ultramarine and Pigments worth 32.64 lakh rupees via a market sale. S. Narayan, promoter group, disposed 1.30 thousand shares of Ultramarine and Pigments worth 3.34 lakh rupees via a market sale. Srita Sundararajan, promoter, disposed 18.69 thousand shares of Ultramarine and Pigments worth 48.04 lakh rupees via a market sale. THIRUMALAI Chemicals Ltd, promoter, acquired 10.00 thousand shares of Ultramarine and Pigments worth 25.99 lakh rupees via market purchase. Neutral Publishing House, Promoter Group, acquired 3.93 lakh shares of Usha Mutton worth 1.10 crore rupees via market purchase.